box? Who's in the box? What's in the box?
All right, welcome to the final installment of Bob's Basement Toy Blog. It has been 33 episodes. I thought maybe I could go 2 more, just round out the week to a nice 35. But I looked around and the tubs are like crawling, falling all over me. I've got to start organizing now, getting things like, you know, all the Marvel Legends that I want to keep inside a Marvel Legends box, and then kind of file it away till the day that I need them or that I think I'm going to get rid of them. But a figure like this definitely would keep it for the time being anyway. But I do really like certain things that I want to keep. Other things I'm like, yeah, I like this at one point, but now I just kind of want to get rid of it. It's taking up space. We are on the last tub. This is the last tub, the big box. I thought it wasn't going to be much. Then I looked a little bit deeper into the box. There's quite a few things in here. So we're immediately going to get right into one of the things that we've been looking for quite some time now, is that we found the base to the Naboo hangar. So this is a big base with doors, panels, the whole bit for Star Wars Episode 1. And then it has all these little movable pegs that you can move figures on and things, slide them back and forth. Very complicated. It does have like a base, little shelves, sticks here. So it's kind of like a foosball table where you can move things around. Yeah, not the best thing Hasbro ever released, but definitely unique and definitely cool if you want to place it. The accessories and such have been slowly appearing, and I've been trying to keep track of them as best as I can. So for like case in point, this is one of the doorways that go like here on something, you know, so this is like this. So there's a whole bunch of these pieces. I have to put them together and recreate these. Now the thing I like about this is it helps with my toy photography, and if the pieces are broken and no longer work, this still makes a great doorway that you can use for Star Wars toys to come in and out of. It's got stickers on it, it's all part of the world. It's not real gritty, it's real kind of brand new, but then again, a lot of things in the Naboo playset were brand new. They were brand new world. So that's a little thing that I've been looking for, probably since like about the midway point. Where did that go? I really wish this was nicer over here, but we really just condensed everything down to try to get it into the shots, because we were over there and we had to move over here, and I wanted to make it nicer. It just didn't happen. So thankfully, because we've been doing this for so long, we've actually been able to go through and find pieces of things that we rebought or things that were originals. This was my original, this was the 12 figures displayed of the original 12 figures for Star Wars. So this had an X-Wing was here in flight being attacked by a TIE fighter, and then you could move these and move the figures around. So now I've kept, if you flip it over, this is how it works. It's all on gears and such, and then there was a sticker that we laid up front, and you could lay all your figures out like this. Well, I had told you that my grandmother had bought a ton of Star Wars figures. She also bought these accessories. So here we have like a brand new one. So here we can see something that's been played with, used, put on display, and then here we have almost a brand new one because it has never been played with. So obviously I need to order the cardboard and maybe even get the sticker, as you can see, or I could just start finding these pieces again, going to something like a retro con, a toy show, and then just stocking up on them. So neat that I could show you both. Kind of does bring it all together. So interesting enough, here is the base. Here not the base. Here is the piece that you need to use for this playset. So this was kind of, I mean, I know I just kind of talked trash on this playset thing, but this was kind of neat. So what you had to do was, it's not working at the moment. So this was the lightsaber handle. So there was a special Qui-Gon Jinn, Liam Neeson, in this set, and then you'd move it around under the base here. So you need to get this in one way, flip it over. Here we go. Now I got it. So then you could move him around in the base like this. So it's kind of like an action figure joystick that you could slide it around. So that was another piece to it, to the whole thing. You know, there's a couple other... I'm starting to think now of things that I have not encountered. I actually have the giant Naboo starfighter, and it has not appeared. So there may be another tub here somewhere with some super secret hidden corner or something. It has some more ships, so I'll have to look around for it. Or there's just more tubs somewhere. So this shows you this. I had this on display. It's very cruddy up top. But this is one of the original Movie Maniacs. I believe this was Wave 2. Wave 1 had like Texas Chainsaw Massacre and a couple of the other guys in there. But Wave 2 had Child's Play, Bride of Chucky, Psycho, Michael Myers, obviously, and Ghostface from Scream. We've seen Ghostface. We've seen Norman Bates from Psycho. So I do have several of these figures. I'm surprised that I kept as many as I did. They are fabulous. They are fantastic figures. Never opened this one. Kind of glad that I didn't. He just looks fantastic in that case. So really nice. Actually glad to still have that. Back in 2003, it was the end of Star Wars and the movie. So we were focusing more on the cartoons that were on Cartoon Network. They were screening them there. And what happened was they started to really expand making Star Wars figures. And they started to go, which is ironic because this was 2003. Hasbro went in the direction of McFarlane Toys, and this is from like 1999. And they started doing these different imposed, really like little statuesque figures. So I really like this one from the Clone Wars. It's the Clone Trooper. Now there was a variant, which is weird, that they would have an all-white one, but then they had had one with red paint on his armor, and he was a sniper, even though he doesn't actually come with the sniper rifle. And the neat thing is, too, the base, which you can see better here on the back, is actually a fallen trooper. So this is like 6-inch scale, so it'd be nice to actually compare these with the Black Series figures of the day. And now that I think about it, I have Luke somewhere, and I don't think we've ever shown him. So there's another thing that's missing out of these giant tubs. Oh, nice. Nice. Okay, so... Oh, even better. Found another piece to a Transformer toy that I have sitting right over there. The whole point of this is to put things back together. I had X-Wings. We had a bunch of X-Wings out just yesterday or the day before. And I don't see this newer X-Wing. But here is my original Empire Strikes Back X-Wing. So he's in decent shape. Here are pylons that you could put up here on the wing. So this is a whole set of them. So I have an original 77, 78 one right here. But then these are to a more modern one. So I did have a more modern X-Wing. It's floating around here somewhere. But again, this is the point. I'm trying to put these items back together, make things whole again, basically. So here we have, these were neat too. There's another, oh man, the cardboard has come unjostled. Now how do you fix that? Oh, and it's the tape too. So this is a, I'd say it's about a 5-inch Darth Vader. You can rotate the figure 360 degrees. But the tape here is slid down, so I don't know how. I'd have to reach in there somehow and pull it back up without taking it out of the case. So a great figure that I had on display, but now it seems kind of funky that it's almost blocking his face. So the Perils of Time, this is from 1997. There was a Luke, a Boba, and a 3PO of all things in this line. Why not a Han Solo? You'll never know. We'll never know. Okay. Oh. So here are some G.I. Joe toys. They're kind of a surprise. So these are the G.I. Joe. There's 2 of them here. These are the G.I. Joe Pack Rats. These are little robots, and they still have the blueprints. Have the blueprints of both of these. These are, I don't think they're 100% complete, so I'm not going to take them out of the bag. But more G.I. Joe toys. We actually, I think it was the 2nd or 3rd episode, we had tons of G.I. Joe stuff. And now, wow. So I didn't think we'd actually come up with any more G.I. Joe things. I did mention this several times, that I did work at Walmart in 1999, the summer of Star Wars, and we had these stickers to hand out to kids. I did take a couple of them, as you can see. I was using these to label the packages, so maybe I'll end up doing that again. That's a lot of Star Wars stickers. Nice. Okay, so I've been looking for this guy too. This is the Crowd Control Stormtrooper. So it's kind of an expanded universe style toy where they did a Han with a jetpack. They did Luke with his desert skiff, and then they did this Crowd Control Stormtrooper. He actually has like a hand that he can move people. It's got guns. I actually have a loose Stormtrooper from this package, but this was released during the Shadows of the Empire wave, so you see a lot of the Shadows of the Empire figures here on the back. Very different. And then here's a slightly... I'm surprised I have this, to tell you the truth. Here's a slightly different Obi-Wan. So this is Obi-Wan from fighting Darth Tyrannus, Count Dooku, at the end of Attack of the Clones. So you can actually mount him on this catapult, and he flies at you. Now, the interesting thing is that I actually didn't have... actually never got Count Dooku. So I don't even know why I have both of these. But he flips towards him. So, interesting. I would probably get rid of this. I'd probably put this in the get rid of pile. Because it's just like I don't have the other half of it. It's in decent shape. Might get something nice for it. So, let's do this other Star Wars item here before we get to this. So we did show Princess Leia in the on the biker scout bike. Here is the Luke version. So if you get, it's cool because if you got the biker scout and then you got the other two releases, you actually got the whole like montage scene, the chase and everything, just by picking up each figure in each case. So this was nice. They did release this Luke in the old Kenner line, but his head was weird because they didn't make it the helmet that you could take off, which they did do again, but at least the face here is better. So I don't even think he comes with a lightsaber. Yeah, doesn't even come with a lightsaber. But his legs bend, so he's actually able to get onto the ship. Now, this is... I can't believe this is all still intact. This is my Jean-Luc Picard from 1992, made by, is it Playmates? Looks like Applause. Hamilton Gifts. So here is Jean-Luc. Though I don't think this is maybe the right base. I don't think... I guess the base works. So there's a Jean-Luc Picard. Didn't expect to see any more Star Trek stuff. So you can tell it's a very first season suit. Well, actually, I can tell you what season it is, just solely based on the year that it came out. 92. So no, it's you know, it's show's been on for 5 years at this point. So neat, decent shape. I've got a lot of these. These were just easier. Ugh. It's just a natural degrading of plastic. Kind of crazy, right? I have a lot of these like statuesque figures. They were much cheaper than getting like the bigger ones. So, real loose in here, we've got some X-Men baseball cards, which is really surprising. Let's see, we've got Wolverine, we've got Beast, we've got Shadowcat, and we've got Storm. I actually have a drawer of these down here at the bottom. Woohoo! So, we are down to the last box of the last box. Let's see what we got here. So, these are very well packed. Now, did I just not say I don't have the Count Dooku? There it is. So, I have totally forgotten that I even owned either one of these. Didn't think I found this, didn't think I even had the second one, and there it is. So you put these two together, they do this flip attack. I'm almost disappointed in myself sometimes. Oh, nice. Here's the episode 1. This is the instructions to put the playset that I just showed you at the very beginning together. So we have that. So I have all the pieces now, and thankfully the instructions. So let's get through it. We've got a weird mixture of figures here, so this is going to be interesting. This is Darth Vader from the end of Empire Strikes Back. This was released in 2002. He actually has a swinging motion. He knocks down the beams when he cuts Luke's hand off. There's a loop that goes with that. Here we have this is I guess I did get more bilingual figures. So when I went to Ireland, I had mentioned earlier, several episodes ago, that I tried to pick up as many of the multi-language figures as I could. I got a Padme for some reason. I don't know why, but I did. Oh, these are great. I love these figures, and I wish they would have done this a little bit more. They were doing sneak preview figures. So they would give you a new character from the movie, and then you get this cool figure of them before the rest of the figures came out. So you can still see we do have this packaging. It's not quite Attack of the Clones yet, which was very much in this style. It was blue. If it's not that exact style, yeah, it was that exact style. So as you can see. So here we have Attack of the Clones. This is Zam Wesell. This is the bounty hunter who tries to kill Padme at the beginning of Attack of the Clones. It's a really nice figure. Here we have Attack of the Clones, Luminara. Worth looking up this character. She does appear in Attack of the Clones, the cartoon series, and then they do find her later in Star Wars Rebels. I'm not going to get into it, but it's dark. Very dark. Here we have an Endor Rebel Trooper with the 35mm slide. Now, I bring up the slide because at one point you could send away for the booklet to hold all your slides. And here we have, dun dun dun, the booklet. So I could put 3 more in there, and I do have some. There was a special one that, yes, this one right here, it's actually Luke on Empire looking through the binoculars. Now, the binoculars are not in here. Another thing I am missing, I know I do have, there must be another tub somewhere. There just must be another tub. You actually got that one if you mailed away from it for it, but then you got these two. So I have Admiral Akbar. You can't see these, I'm sorry. Bespin Luke, Biggs. Looks like a Rebel Trooper. We got Grand Moff Tarkin down here, Stormtroopers, Hoth Han. So another nice little mail-away item that most modern fans have, they won't part with. So it's not something you're going to see. So here we have Luke from Empire. This is from '97 with a detachable hand. Let's see if we actually come up with another better version of him somewhere. Here is the first time she was released, Slave Leia, which Disney does not really like saying anymore. So now I think they just call her Princess Leia. As Jabba's prisoner on the back they have up here. Here we have, so this is an interesting figure too. So here, this was one of our Episode 1 flashback photo cards. So this is Anakin Skywalker as he appeared in the original theatrical cut of Return of the Jedi and in the special edition, played by Sebastian Shaw, the man who was under Vader's mask when Luke removes his helmet. And then you got a little, we have the ghost of him here, and then you pull this down, and then you see Jake Lloyd, who played young Anakin Skywalker. So this figure now is odder because he's been replaced with Hayden Christensen at the end of the movie. So very strange. Very strange. Another Biggs. I do have Biggs out of the pack, but here he has his 35mm slide. Oh, this is a cool one. This is Vader on Dagobah. So they're really just making every moment happen, as well as every little like nuance of the characters that they could do. They made the cape like translucent, so it's more of like a ghost image instead of just being like just straight Vader. Here's Luke. This is training Luke, all new likeness, and then he comes with the helmet from inside the Millennium Falcon. This was the re-release of Zuckuss, as some fans call him, 4LOM. That's a decent figure. Now you have the Black Series of him, and I have 2 of actually. He's really nice. Here's the all-new Darth Maul. So they eventually did re-release these figures over and over again. Better sculpts. They kept improving upon them. This one actually has a cloth bottom to his tunic, and then I actually kept it on here. Here is the Win the Ultimate Jedi Quest Party that you could mail away for. I actually signed my cat up for this. He would get snail mail that would have his name on it. Here we have Shadows of the Empire Balsh. Now this is, I believe, the second one of these we've seen, so that means I do have more than one. Here are the Ugg Knots. So here again, like Hasbro's been doing this lately, where you get one of these figures or a droid without this extra thing. But here we have 2 Ugg Knots in a pack, and initially you only got 1 Ugg Knot, back in the day with Kenner. So if you actually wanted to do the whole scene, you had to buy like 5 of these guys. So why they just don't release like a 6-pack of these, I'll never know, or didn't. So this one was bought at Kmart for $5.49. Very expressive Luke. He's just down like that with his face. He's actually like bringing the final like saber down. This is when he's pounding on Vader and then cuts his hand off in Return of the Jedi. Very cool figure, and it has a great figures on the back. It has Wat Tambor and Padme in her wedding outfit, so there's really cool different figures on the back. And that's why you put figures on the back, because it marks the time. So here we have what they refer to as Monkey Leia by collectors. This is the original release of Princess Leia in this outfit. They've improved upon this 1,000,000 times, but it's still the original 95 release. Here we have, this is R2-D2 with a spring-loaded pop-up scanner, rotating action, a circular saw, and a gripping arm. So this is about the only R2-D2 I guess you need, except he doesn't have the lightsaber. It's actually a decent R2. Ooh. So here we have, this is the new figure, but it says the 8th figure. So this was the second, or third wave of Episode 1 figures. So here on the back we have Anakin with his piloting helmet on. We've got Jar Jar swimming, and then we have this new, in motion kind of Anakin Skywalker. Qui-Gon Jinn. Did I just do this figure twice? Okay, I put him back in. I didn't even notice. $2.99. No, I do have him twice. I have him twice. So here I got him again for $2.99 at KB Toy Stores. My college roommate and I, we would actually go to a toy warehouse. That was about 45 minutes away. We would do a Saturday trip. That's where Toys R Us was. It was in Altoona. We went to school at Penn State. And we would go to the KB Toy Store in Altoona. That was a warehouse KB, so you could get all kinds of stuff really cheap. We would go to this other weird toy store that was in an old grocery store. They had stuff really cheap. And then we would go to Target and Toys R Us. So it would be 4 places we'd all hit. I can't believe I have 2 of these guys. But what's more nostalgic to me now? The fact that I have one. Fine, no problems with either one of these figures, but this one has a KB Toy Stores, and there is no KB Toy Stores anymore. So, yeah. Or do I want to open one? Another Grand Moff Tarkin. Never before offered in any collection. They have since made him maybe 3 or 4 times now, and they made him in the original Kenner style with a board game, which you can still buy at Target to this day. And we are on the very last figure for the Bob's Basement Toy Blog. Now, this is a carded Star Wars Battlefront Biker Scout. Scout Trooper. Scout Trooper. The Scout Trooper in Battlefronts is actually a sniper. So he actually has a elongated rifle. It's fewer shots, but he can actually shoot further. They've done this several times over recently, but they've done it with Black Series figures, where they release figures that are tied to the game. So never would open this. It should actually be in a hard case. It's a very rare figure, and I even like it as a little promo sticker. So if you bought Battlefront, you pre-ordered it, you actually got this figure. It's made by Hasbro, the whole bit, but it's a little bit different. So. And I love the packaging. It's just very different. They actually went all out. They just didn't do this again and slap a sticker on it. They actually went out and did a whole artistic thing. So, I'm exhausted. A lot of figures in this one box. I didn't think there were this many. So, that is Bob's Basement Toy Blog. I am going to now go through these items. I'm going to try and group things. I'm going to try and get things ready for when stores reopen. I have a standing appointment with Symbiote Collectibles to move some of these things that I really don't want, or maybe that I have doubles or triples of for some reason that maybe I should get rid of. So that's the other thing that I've got to look at. Another issue for me is I think I'm going to reevaluate a lot of figures that I have in hard plastic. Like a more modern figure, is that worth it? Or something that I hardly ever see again. should that be in hard plastic? That should be in hard plastic. And then also take the time to actually look at some of these online and see, like, is this Padme with the Tri logo worth anything? Is it worth it to me to have it because of who she is and my trip to Ireland to actually get some of these figures that are different? Is this Vader from 2002? Is he unique? Is he special? Is he valuable? Just like the Dooku and Obi-Wan, attack set. Is that worth having? Is it worth having and keeping in a tub? I never see it, and then one day I'm like, I should just get rid of this. Or is it better to take it in, trade it for something that I really want, and then free up some space in the collection? So these are the issues that I'm probably going to be dealing with. I will post tons of pictures today. We've got lots of cool things here. But I'd like to thank you for tuning in, watching the Basement Blog. If you've been here since the beginning, like my friend Dave, who's still watching, thank you so much. I really, I have all these posted on YouTube. You can watch them all. They're in their own big file. And then starting tomorrow, I'm actually just going to be doing reviews live on Facebook. I have a box of new Transformers that I'm going to be dealing with tomorrow, and it's in a totally different format. It's just like the He-Man figure we did yesterday, which is here on Facebook. All these will be kept on Facebook, but then we'll also have them on YouTube, where I can clean it up a little bit. I can trim some things down, move some things around, and add a little bit more content to it. So thank you for tuning into Bob's Basement Blog here at Total Toy Recon. We have tons of news up today. Marvel's having a digital comic sale. We're also getting ready for Star Wars May the 4th, which is coming up on May 4th. And we are getting ready for that. So we're doing 2 Star Wars articles a day on our website that will promote that holiday and look back at some crazy different Star Wars toys. Today we have a look back at the top 10 droids cartoon action figures, as well as toys that were released for Star Wars Rebels. So video game toys, Legos, and action figures. So again, thank you for tuning in. You have a good day, and please stay safe out there.